All right, man. The countdown is on with just 18 days to go before we finally get some regular season NFL action. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live and coming to you from YouTube, man. We are the Real to Sports Podcast, and this is the Real to Sports Talk Show, man. Those of you that know us, man, know what we do around here is we talk about some of the hottest NBA and NFL news. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we will crown a brand new Real to Sports NFL Trivia champion today. So at the end of the show, man, find out who will go head to head for that vacant NFL Trivia Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned right here on the Real to Sports Podcast. Man, thank you guys for being here with us on this semi-hot Saturday afternoon, man. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to apologize to you guys out there that was looking for us on Tuesday night, man. We wasn't on air due to we had a pretty bad storm here in North Carolina and knocked my power out for about 8 hours. So that was the reason why we wasn't on air Tuesday. So, you guys are probably like, hey, man, what's going on with the Real Sports Podcast? They supposed to be on Tuesday. That's what it was. I didn't have any power. So, but nevertheless, man, everyone is okay. We are here, and we promise to give you the best show we possibly can today and the future going forward, man. So, also, man, follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter, man, or AKA X, and you can join our sports group, our sports family on the Facebook. And it's called the Real Sports Group, man. Real Sports Group. Now, without further ado, please allow me to introduce you guys to the star attractions. They are the star attractions for the evening, and they are the very talented Real to Sports Podcast panel. Hey, might as well start off with the jewelry store himself, the man with all the rings. Jesus, the man with the jewelry store, the man with all the rings, waving his terrible towel proudly. And ladies and gentlemen, representing Blitzburg, the Steel City, they are the 6-time Super Bowl champion, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's always a great day to be them. It's the Deuce. My man.
Not only is today a great day to be Deuce, it was a great week to be Deuce. Been blessed in so many ways, host.
Yes, sir.
And gentleman I work with found out I was a Steeler fan. And the next day he came up to me at work and asked me if I knew who Franco Harris was. I said, of course, one of the baddest running backs we ever had, immaculate reception, And he said, come here, man. I want to give you something. Okay. And he hands me this right here. And what does that say?
Whoa!
Whoa! It's Franco Harris's autograph. And it got better. Underneath is Mr. Rocky Bleier as well. So the football gods have blessed me to be able to bring this on the show every week, and especially after week 3, and show young Mark and all Raider fans across the nation, this is how long we've been beating y'all. I do want to say thank you to that brother, man. I don't think he understands, how cool this was for me. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. That's some cool stuff right there, man.
Yeah,
man. I'll put that in the display box.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
Yes, sir. Good God, that's crazy. That is crazy, man. I want a football. Shoot, I want a football. All right, dang. That's what's up, baby. That's what's up. The OG. Boy, the OG. The OG is here. The OG. Representing the NFC North Division champion, the mighty Minnesota Vikings, a Hall of Famer himself in his own right. Yes, sir. The legend himself, the legendary Q-Dog.
What's up, people?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Couple more weeks.
Yes, sir, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, Mr. President is up. He is the president of the Real Sports. Man, it's a long. All right, I'm going to get to it. The president of the Real Sports Group, the commissioner of the Fantasy Football League. He's part of the 3-time Super Bowl champion, the Autumn Wind, the Raider Nation. He's Oklahoma State's alumni. He's Lou Gehrig of the Real Sports Podcast. My man. Young Eric.
That's cold-blooded, man. What's going on, y'all? I come before you all today humbly asking each of you to reach out to your favorite football teams, unless you're a fan of the Dallas Cowboys or the Pittsburgh Steelers. Reach out to your favorite football team, call up your general manager, and ask them to please give James Washington a chance. This man has undeniable talent. Why won't anybody out there in the NFL get this man a chance? I don't understand it. So the Saints, y'all know the motto around here: "Thou shalt not mess with the Oklahoma State Cowboys." Y'all gonna get some pettiness real soon. Except for Derek Carr. Derek Carr is innocent.
Oh man, James Washington. Hey, I agree with you on that, bro.
Trash.
I still
trash.
You said
he's way better than the 88, man. Come on now.
I knew Street was gonna go there. I knew it.
You didn't even get a chance. You didn't even give him a chance. You cut him before you even saw the field. Come on now.
He was nice in Pittsburgh.
They never gave him a shot.
Availability, man. Ability.
I guess so.
He never got hurt in Pittsburgh. He didn't get hurt till he went to y'all.
Yeah.
He didn't get hurt in New Orleans either.
But that's Pittsburgh. They groom wide receivers.
And they had the second coming to Jerry Rice right there in their hands, and they let him go.
Whoa, second coming. Whoa. Right.
Yeah,
I know, right?
The second coming of Jerry Rice from Mississippi Valley. That one.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. Okay. I got confused there. America representing America's team, man. Big D. Down in Dallas, Texas, man. Representing America's team. We them boys. They're a 5-time Super Bowl champion, the Dallas Cowboys. And he's the Real Sports NBA trivia champ. Streets. Do not cross them.
Good today. My Cowboys are fighting in practice. They're getting ready for the run to the Super Bowl. And today is my 1-year wedding anniversary. Host, I'm feeling pretty good.
Oh man, that's all right. That's all right, Street.
Happy anniversary, sir.
Happy anniversary,
man.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, bro. That's
Appreciate
what's
it.
up. That's what's up, man. One down and forever to go, huh?
Yes.
Get to the live chat real quick here. Philly G. What up, Philly G? Philly G. Philly G. Uh-oh. Rock son. Little Rock. Little Rock. Not the drug. Little Rock.
Good luck, Little Rock.
Talking about the place in Arkansas?
Yeah. Well, I thank you, Mark. I mean, Eric. That's a Real Sports Group joke for y'all that's out there. Why y'all call him Eric for? That's a little joke. It's a little jokey joke. I'm waiting for basketball tryouts. All right, brother. Hey, man, get in that gym, work out, man. I'm telling you, basketball is, well, when I was there, but it's political, but you work hard, bro, you can make the team. Nowadays, it's political, man. I know back in when I played, but it was political. All right, man. Nevertheless, man, we are here and we are live, man. Go ahead and hit them thumbs up for us, man. And we about to start the show off, man. And why not? Why not start off the show with a little bit of HBCU news coming from the HBCU expert himself, the Deuce. We about to deuce things up right here and right now. Let's go.
Juicing it up with HBCU News, brought to you by the Real to Sports podcast.
Appreciate that, host. So we just gonna jump right into it. This week, the FCS top 25 rankings came out, and surprisingly, only 2 HBCU schools made it. But they are both the favorites in their rightful conference. We have first in the MEAC at number 19, the North Carolina Central Eagles. Coming off a 10-2 season, 4-1 in conference play, and they're returning the number 1 ranked quarterback in all of HBCU football, Mr. Davius Richard, 6'3" senior out of Belglade, Florida, 64% completion rate, over 2,600 yards, 25 tutties, and 10 interceptions. Big time player, and that's why they're successful. We all know in this age of college football, you got to be able to put it in the air. If you can't throw the ball down the field, it's going to be rough for you. And this brother, he got it. I truly believe that he can play on Sundays, and if he stays healthy this upcoming season, I think he'll be getting a shot at it. And then rounding it off at 25, we got the favorite out of the SWAC, and former MEAC conference affiliate, the FAMU Rattlers, at number 25, coming off a 9-2 season, 7-1 in conference play.
That's what's up.
The one loss came to Jackson State, and it was pretty embarrassing early on in the year, but they went on to win every other conference game that they played that season. And they're returning the number 2 ranked HBCU quarterback, and Jeremy Musa, and the boy can spin it. 6'3" grad student out of Chino Hills, California. He's a West Coast kid, so we know he's known for putting the ball in the air, throwing it all over the yard. 57% completion rating, over 2,700 yards, 21 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions in his own right. So
in a season,
and just in last year in 2022.
Yeah,
so they definitely threw it around. Coach Willie Simmons has a great program going on down there. And so I look for them both to be successful. And FAMU is actually my pick to win the SWAC East. I think they're going to dethrone Jackson State, who's been very successful the last few years. Also, we did have 3 other schools that got votes to get in the top 25. They didn't have enough. That goes with defending SWAC champion Jackson State University. Southern University also had votes. And then North Carolina A&T also got votes to get to the top 25. So all they got to do is come out and do what you're supposed to do, win the games you're supposed to win, and you can easily crack that top 25 because a lot of those other schools are going to beat each other up and pick each other off. So just be, do what you got to do, and you'll crack that top 25. And SWAC football is here, baby.
Yes, sir.
A week from today, SWAC MEAC Challenge going down in Atlanta, Georgia, and we got a rematch from the 2021 Celebration Bowl. We got the Tigers from Jackson State University, and we got those Bulldogs from South Carolina State. They're coming off 2 totally different years last season. In that Celebration Bowl, Jackson State lost 31-10. That was Deion's first Celebration Bowl, and Shaq Davis had a big day. Shout out to Shaq, who's down in New Orleans, probably going to make the team and be another one of the weapons for Derek Carr. But Jackson State had a phenomenal season last year, 12-1, 8-0 in conference. That one loss came in the Celebration Bowl last season. And they're bringing in a new head coach, and we all know who their head coach once was. There's no reason to talk about it, but there's a new brother. His name is TC Taylor. He's also a wide receiver from Jackson State. He's a Jackson State alum, and so I'm happy that they gave it to a brother that has been in that organization and that program for a while now. But they got a big-time quarterback battle. There are 4 transferred quarterbacks from Division I schools. First being Jason Brown from Virginia Tech. Next, Zion McDonald from University of Louisiana Lafayette. Grayson Thompson from North Texas. And then Jacobian Morgan from Syracuse. So they got 4 big-name quarterbacks that are all trying to get on the field, which is a good thing. You know, only one guy's going to get on the field. But you got 3 other guys pushing him to be his absolute best because you know that anytime you mess up, there's a chance that somebody could take your spot. So we got a young head coach with some nice quarterbacks that, you know, haven't played in the SWAC like talking about, and they're all transfers, so they're going to be new to this whole experience. But then on the other side, you got the South Carolina State Bulldogs, who had a down year. They were 3-8, 1-4 in conference. Not their best season at all, but they got the man over there, Oliver Buddy Pugh, or Powell. I don't want to mispronounce his last name. He's been the head coach there since 2002. He's also the most winningest active HBCU coach that we have with 146 wins. So we got this new head coach who hadn't been able to, you know, hadn't been in that spotlight yet versus a seasoned vet and Coach Buddy. And we also have Corey Fields Jr., who's going to come back and lead the charge for the Bulldogs at quarterback, and he was also the quarterback that won that Celebration Bowl. So 2 different teams. They've gone through different things in the past, but I'm just excited to have some black college football. Ain't nothing. Man,
what you talking about? Well,
ain't nothing like it.
Listening, well, I'm like, hey,
all these other Power 5 schools, they make the band stop playing around so you don't hear so they can hear the cadence. We don't do that in black college football. If you can't hear, if you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen. All right.
Pay attention. There you go.
The band's gonna be rocking. The fans are gonna be rocking. I expect Jackson and South Carolina State both to travel, pack out Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It ought to be a fun experience down there. That's all I got, host. But football is here, baby.
Yes, sir, baby. Football is.
We made it. We made it. Appreciate you, host.
Deucing It Up with HBCU News, brought to you by the Real to Sports podcast.
Appreciate the Deuce, man, bringing us some of that good old HBCU news, bro. Good job at it, bro. Good job at it. I'm hyped, man. That whole Deucing It Up segment right there, I'm hyped about that, man.
I'm going to go to an AT game now, man.
I know, hey, boy, I'm telling you, man, the band and just the HBC, just the atmosphere is off the chain, though. It's off the chain. Good gracious, man.
East Street, if you go to an A&T game, brother, wear sunglasses. Dark sunglasses.
Facts.
Wear sunglasses, bro.
Facts.
Yeah, you got to do that. Yeah.
Horse blinders.
Especially if you managed to be there during homecoming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I think you say. Yeah, I definitely will have to wear my shades, Mark.
And it's rocking everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. Fellas. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's the real deal, bro. It's the real deal. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ooh, Lord, hey, that's a whole segment right there, man. Again, man. Oh man, again, man, we appreciate Deuce, man, with his HBCU news report, man. All right, fellas, let's start this show off. Start this show off with some NBA news. News is part of one of the men in the picture. And it is Mr. James Harden. James Harden, man. James Harden had some harsh words for the 76ers president. James Harden voiced his unhappiness with team president Daryl Morey during the press event Monday in China. Just days after James Harden's desire to be dealt was reportedly ended by the Philadelphia 76ers, the star guard had words for team president Daryl Morey. In answering questions in China during an Adidas press event on Monday, Harden made his feelings about Sixers president of basketball operations Daryl Morey known. Harden was asked by an individual in the crowd, and I quote, "What do you think about the current team claiming to end trade talks and trying to bring you back to the team?" His answer was more than candid. Daryl Morey is a liar. He said this, and I quote, Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be part of an organization that he's part of, Harden said. Let me say that again. Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be part of an organization that he is part of. Days after the interview, Harden spoke with KHOU 11 in Houston, where he was in town for a charity event. When asked if his relationship with the 76ers is beyond repair, Harden said, "I think so. I've been patient all summer," said Harden, who was practicing softball at Houston's Yates High School. "For me, it's just focus on what I can control and getting ready for the season." Deuce, 76er fan. Not the only 76er fan besides Philly G. What do you make of this, man? What's going on with James Harden? Is it a lot of tension going on in the 76ers front office with him?
That's what it seems like, man. It seems that, when James opted into his contract, he was expecting to get dealt, and he was expecting to be gone by the time, training camp started, and they would have, another home for him. And it seems that Daryl Morey hasn't been able to, or has decided not to, or for whatever reason, James is still a Sixer. I can remember that, Daryl Morey was also the president in Houston when he was there. And so it's just kind of interesting that they have such a terrible relationship, and that they will get paired up again now in Philadelphia. And now it just seems that everything's come to a head and it's exploding in front of the Sixers' face. And the problem is now, you got your superstar and Joel Embiid, and I wonder where his head's at, because it seemed that him and James had a great relationship. They played very well together, and I know that Embiid wanted him there, So it's going to be interesting how he decides to play it. If he decides to try to get out and try to make a move or force his way out, or if he just kind of holds out to see what James does. But this seems like this is just the beginning of the Daryl Morey and James Harden saga that we're going to get this season, until he either gets dealt or he decides to go play somewhere else. Because I even remember hearing him saying that they deserve to see him play in China, and I don't know if that's a chess move that he's trying to say, I'll come play over here for the season, or whatever that is. And I even saw Dwight Howard say that he would buy a team to get James Harden to come play, and forget it scoring 84 points. He let him score 100 points because who James is. So it's gonna get ugly before it gets better. I truly believe, but it seems that Daryl Morey kind of has the power in his hands at the moment.
Wow, that's China. That's like Stephon Marbury. Like,
yeah.
I mean, they have better careers when they go to China. Dwight Howard, Marbury, they worship Marbury over there.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy, man. Q-Dog, it's a lot of tension going on in the 76ers clubhouse here, man, with the president of basketball operations and James Harden, man. So what can you make of this here?
I think, my thing, I really feel like James Harden, he's been around for a while, and it's time for him to really think more of getting in a championship. The women kind of closing on him. We work and we have people that we don't agree with, things this and that. We put our differences to a side to accomplish the things that we want to accomplish. He with Embiid, and establishing a 1-2 punch. Now, who's to say he goes somewhere else? It might happen, this and that, So
Yeah.
I think he need to just go ahead on and just block it out. You know what I'm saying? Concentrate on what he wants is an NBA champion. If that's what he wants. You with the young Embiid, and he's a superstar in this league. And I think that if you just do that and just block that out your mind, and just go ahead on and just work on getting that NBA championship, because you're on the brink of it. You're with a superstar. So doing the other thing, sometimes I think James Harden, he gets a little personal a lot of times, and a lot of times I think he got to learn how to just brush some of that stuff aside to get to an NBA championship. To get that crown that he's so desperately probably been looking for all these years. So if I were him, that's what I would do. I just block it out, put it to the side.
Yeah, I agree with you. At the end of the day, the dude's your boss. And you saying stuff like that, like he'll lie, but if they're gonna trade you, then they're gonna trade you. Like Q said, you just gotta roll with the punches, man. But he needs to be focusing on the championship, because he can. With Philadelphia, man, they can. I ride Joel Embiid. He's the MVP. Ride him till you can't ride no more, man. You got a superstar, Mr. President.
Oh man, I have a lot of thoughts on this. It's funny to me how ever since James got traded from Oklahoma City to Houston, he's become like a very spoiled, entitled, dare I say, diva.
Thank you.
It's like the locker room cancer label that they put on Terrell Owens. Yeah. I think James Harden is dangerously getting close to.
Absolutely.
He became disgruntled and forced his way out of Houston. Went to Brooklyn, became disgruntled, forced his way out of there. Went to Philadelphia, has become disgruntled again, is trying to force his way out yet again. This isn't a good look on him, because he looks like a quitter, a guy who just is incredibly selfish and all about the team of one instead of the team of all. And I don't know if you're another NBA team out there, do you really want to do what Philadelphia just did? Give up a lot of draft picks, a lot of good players, and a lot of assets to get a guy who in a year or two will be saying damaging things about you in the media, asking for a way out. That's just not a good look, and it makes him unmarketable, if you ask me. And then the second part of this that Deuce touched on, and I fully agree with, this is a bad look for the organization, low key, because you have a guy, Joel Embiid, who has been dedicated to you, has said all the right things. But if they lose James Harden, this will be the second high-quality superstar that Joel Embiid has played with that the organization has ran out of town. They ran Jimmy Butler out of town in favor of Tobias Harris. And now if they lose James Harden too, Joel Embiid might be looking at the 76ers like, do y'all even care about me? Like, at this point, go ahead and let me go too. You know what I mean?
Good point.
So I think this is damaging all around, because and there's a third layer to it that's even more damaging than that. If James Harden goes, and that then causes Joel Embiid to give up on the team and want to go, is anybody else going to want to play there if they know that this GM has a bad reputation like this, and this organization can't keep a superstar happy to save their lives? So this could have lethal consequences for that organization if they can't get this right.
Well said, Mr. President. I definitely 1,000% agree with you on that. Streets. What's up, champ?
Well, when I think about this, man, when I try to read between the lines, I just think there was a lot of backdoor deals being made, talking before, contracts were signed about things that you were going to do. And I think that's why he called him a liar, because they have already been investigated before by the NBA. When James Harden signed a contract before 2 years ago, when he signed it for the 2-year deal, the option, $68 million contract he signed, they investigated them for talking, like prematurely talking, because they had a chance to sign 2 veterans with that deal. PJ Tucker and Daniel House was able to re-sign that deal. So they ended up stripping them of 2 future second-round picks because of the premature talking. So they're investigating them now to see if they're, talking and doing little side deals before things really are signed. I just think James brought a lot of this on himself, man, from his own bad play. I don't think teams want to trade for him. I really don't, man. When you look at his numbers, they say he's 21 and 10, 21 points, 10 rebounds. But when you see him play, it's just he come and go so much. And then he goes in the biggest moments. So I just think he brought a lot of this on himself. And I think if Daryl Morey could trade, he probably would. But I don't even think the Clippers will want him. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't see my team would want him. I wouldn't want him, me personally. I just think he's damaged. He's getting older. He don't finish like he used to. And he comes and goes, man, in the biggest moments. So he done signed for the $35 million this year.
Yeah.
We'll have to play it out.
You got him now. You got to play him out. I agree with Street and Mark, man, because Mark said it just like T.O., man. He's becoming like a real pain in the ass in a locker room, man, and just all over. Like and even Q said, like, he need to grow up, man. He need to focus. You know, it's every year. It's always something with James Harden. Ain't it like every year? It's something with James Harden.
And
come on, bro.
Traveling into the NBA, man. I just hate that step back shot so bad, man. I don't care what anybody say. That's traveling, man. I was taught basketball. Once you stop, you cannot then take 2 steps backwards and shoot the ball.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I mean, I guess they just expanded the game a little bit or whatever, but that's travel the way I was taught basketball.
Yeah. He needs to focus. He needs to focus more on his game, like the Street said, in basketball and with the Sixers. I mean, if not, I mean, and again, Mark, man, killed it. You know, Joel Embiid is like looking like, I mean, did anybody care about me? Hello, I'm the MVP. I mean, come on, man, show me some love. You got this clown acting like a clown. Man. Let me go to live chat real quick. There she go. Let's go. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And we hope you're doing well yourself, man. Rock said this phone is garbage.
No, you got a burner phone.
Rock would have been right here, man. He's just having some technical difficulties. Got some HBCU. So I'm hyped up to South Carolina State versus JSU. Can't wait. It'll be on ABC. Will that be, Deuce? Okay. I'm definitely going to check into that then. I'm going to check into that right there, bro. Wow. Rock says James Harden's too entitled to be a great teammate and solid worker and leader. His championship window closed when Paul left Houston. I can agree with that.
Yeah, I can
At
agree
least,
with that.
Yeah.
I think he's up now. He's just trying to get paid now before he go out.
Yeah,
he's trying to
facts. Yeah, he's trying to get all the bag he can. At least T.O. got the big game show while he was worth leaving the organization. True. Facts. Yep. Facts.
Yeah.
The power of positivity. Drew to the game.
What up, Drew?
What up, Drew? Drew to the game. He played in the championship game. As Philly G said, he played in the championship game, which is true. Man. All right, man. So, but before I close this thing out, man, I'm just going to go to the Deuce because he knows more about the Sixers than we do. Does Daryl Morey, does he have like a reputation as a bad president? Or do you have any kind of, can you recall any kind of incident with him or anything?
I mean, he was in Houston from 2007 to 2020 as their GM and president. And I can remember them, you know, I feel like I can remember him and James having some problems then, you know.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this stemming down. Okay.
And I feel like it's just kind of carried over into Philadelphia. I could be wrong, but I feel like I remember them having some problems. You know, I think, I want to say I remember, you know, Harden was, you know, thought to be wanting to leave, and I think that's around the same time that Daryl Morey got out of there too. I didn't think he wanted to stay for the rebuild. So I think that all had a part to do with it. But if you're the Sixers, it kind of seems like they're putting you in a place where you have to choose between one of the two, either James or Daryl Morey, because it don't seem like it's going to work out with them two.
Yeah, but Daryl Morey, man, he been believing in James for a long time, man. He the one that brought James over from Oklahoma. Not Oklahoma.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, James was the GM in Houston when that trade happened.
Yeah,
Oh,
from
okay.
OKC.
Okay.
Brought him over from
Okay.
OKC and gave him the big
Okay.
ball in his hand. Told me he was going to be a star. He was going to be an MVP player, and really, he's been with James the whole time. So I'm sort of shocked James calling him a liar right now, because I think that's one James is in Philly is because Daryl Morey was there.
Right.
I don't think Philly if Morey wasn't there. So I think there's some backdoor deals being said, some promises being made that aren't being able to be kept. So
that's what it kind of seemed like for him to just say, oh, he a liar. Like, yeah, some promises. I think it's more into that. We just gotta go. We gotta dig a little deeper in that. That's crazy though, man. For a play, and it's been like that. I ain't seen that like that since football. President of a team going at it with a player.
I mean, we saw it with Aaron in Green Bay.
Oh yeah.
It was kind of going back and forth out in the media a little bit.
Yeah, but Rodgers didn't come out of his mouth and say, "Oh, you're a liar." That's. I mean, I understand you got feelings about him, but I mean, at the end of the day, that's your boss.
But to be honest with you, though, host.
Yes, sir.
I kind of take it with a grain of salt when it comes to Daryl, because Daryl wasn't around James Harden in Brooklyn when he became disgruntled and wanted out of there.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
Given how James act like this, even without Daryl being around, I kind of put more to blame on James.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I'm not a James Harden fan. Never was. Was. Steel Cut. Welcome to the show. Steel Cut. We got a Pittsburgh Steeler. What's up?
I need some help in here, bro.
All right. Host, at this point, I'm going to have to go ahead and exit the show, man.
Steel Cut.
I like
What's
that.
Up, bro? What's up with you? Yeah, I like that name, yo. Steel Cut. Yeah. I like that. That's what's up, bro. Welcome to the show, man. Thank you for your support, man. Sit back and relax and join these guys right here, man. Philly G says Harden is the problem, though. Stop acting like a little punk. Yeah. Every year, something with James Harden, bro.
I love that Philly G shows the true epitome of Philly fans. When you're doing well for them, they love you, and they love hard. As soon as you turn and they done with you. I love it.
Tobias Harris.
Tobias
Harris. Good Lord. All right, man. Let's jump over to the other side, man. Jump over to the NFL. This New York Giants. The New York Giants is in the news, and the New York Giants defensive coordinator Wink Martindale expects Kayvon Thibodeau to be at the top of everything. Like most starters, Giants linebacker Kayvon Thibodeau didn't suit up for New York's 21-16 preseason loss to the Lions on Friday. He instead met a challenge handed down to him by defensive coordinator Wink Martindale, taking it to Detroit in a leadership role during the two joint practices that preceded the game. I thought that in Detroit on Tuesday and Wednesday. I thought that in Detroit on Tuesday and Wednesday. I thought he caused two fumbles and recovered two fumbles, Martindale said, when asked about the linebacker's performance throughout camp and in those particular practice sessions per the team transcript. He said this, and I quote, "I expect him to be at the top of everything, and so do we. I've talked to him about his practice, and I think that he heard me clearly. I talked to him in front of the entire defense, so Kayvon is going to be fine, first of all. And like I said, he caused two fumbles, and he recovered two fumbles. And in the 2 days, he had like 8 takeaways against what we were, a top 5 offense last year, which gave us confidence in ourselves and the way we competed there. Thibodeau's pair of stellar practices against the Lions come during a camp that by all accounts has been productive by the second-year pro, who is looking to use August as a launching pad for success in a way he couldn't as a rookie. The 2022 number 5 overall pick missed the first 2 games last season after suffering a sprained MCL in the team's second preseason contest, slowing the start to his year that eventually ended with 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 5 passes defensed. Mr. President, Kayvon Thibodeaux, beast in college. What do you think about Wink Martindale calling him out now?
I enjoy it, especially because he kind of is trying to not only motivate him to do well on the field, but do well off the field also. I think that's very necessary. I was excited for Kayvon Thibodeaux coming out of the draft last year, but I can't help it. Something about the way that he was doing the Snow Angels right next to Nick Foles, and Nick Foles was writhing in pain.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Something about that moment still ain't sit right with me, and it really made me question his maturity a little bit. So I'm hoping that, Coach putting the spotlight on him and trying to push him and motivate him to be a better leader off the field will also help him mature and play better on the field. I'm rooting for the young man. I hope him and the homie D-Rec do all right this year, except when they play us. But I hope this has more benefits for the young man, because he definitely is a very talented player.
Oh, absolutely, man, absolutely. Streets, you got to see this guy twice a year. I know y'all pretty much smash him, but this is a whole new year.
We ain't worried about no Giants. You know what I'm saying? Because we own the Giants. My boy Dak Prescott, he owned the Giants. We're not worried about them. But Zink Martindale, he better quit talk. He better get them boys playing better defense, or he ain't gonna have a job. You know what I mean? He talking about what the old boy gonna do. I look at some things. They were ranked 14th against the pass last year, ranked 27th against the run, and ranked 20th overall. So they ain't gonna get it done. The old dude only had 4 sacks last year. I mean, come on, Michael Parsons did better than that as a rookie. You know what I mean? When he was a rookie, he did much better than that. So there's levels to it. I'm not sold on the young fella. I think he need more talent around him. And we're gonna bust him again twice this year. So I just don't understand what the coach talking about. They're not a very good defensive team.
Right. He said, Street said we're gonna bust him again.
He may flash a little bit though. He does flash. I will say that. He's a young player. He does flash, but if my boy Tyron Smith is healthy, which is a stretch, I will say that. But if he's healthy, young fella ain't doing nothing with him over there. You know what I mean? So I'm not worried about him. I'm really not. They really got to improve in more places, because they were overall ranked 29th last year.
Okay. Q-Dog, man, this is more old schoolish when a coach calls you out. Like this is something you would do if you was a coach. I know for sure. I've been knowing you a long time, and I know you. If a player is not playing up to expectancy as he's supposed to, you're gonna call him out. So, what do you think about Wink Martindale calling out Kayvon Thibodeaux?
I mean, I kind of understand, what he's trying to do. And Kayvon Thibodeaux, again, has to really want to be on that level. We know he's young. They physical in body and strong and all this talented, but they're still, and mentally, this is where the problem exists. Is he coming in the league that is he wants to be one of the best. Before it's all said and done, you're coming to an organization that wanted the best and played the game in Lawrence Taylor. And so does that resonate with you? And so if it doesn't resonate with you, he's trying to get him to a point where the talent is there, but we need you to, he need to push him. He needs some push. He needs some motivation, and to get him to an elite level. Will it happen this year? I don't know, but I think that he sees some things in him, and I think he just needs to set some fire up on them. I don't see no problem in it, but is Kayvon Thibodeaux going to respond? How is he going to take? Your defensive coordinator is one of the good best defensive coordinators in this league, and been around for a little minute. So is he going to take that as motivational criticism and move forward with it? And are you is he ready to take this kind of responsibility? Is he ready though in his mind? He might not be ready. So Who's to know? But I understand the tactic.
Yeah, I understand it. I understand it too. It's old schoolish. It's old
Yeah.
schoolish, man. Deuce, a former defensive player yourself, man. How you feel about this?
I'm gonna disagree with everybody on here. I'm a fan of him. The dude's a stud. There's no way around it. The boy's a bona fide player, number one player coming out of high school. And eventually went on to Oregon and dominated there. Freshman of the year in the Pac-12, dominated the Pac-12. And I think he's going to come in the league and he's going to do that. I think last year, I'm looking at their defensive line, and it seems it's easy to double team this kid, because there's nobody else that's double team worthy on that defensive line. Leonard Williams, Dexter Lawrence, Ashawn Robinson, and Kayvon Thibodeau. Out of those four, I'm double teaming Kayvon Thibodeau as well. Dexter and Leonard are both, big time players in their own right. They have their days, but they're not game records in the league. So I think if you get him another running mate to put on the other side of him, that they can't just go over and put a tight end on him and chip him with running backs and do all of those things, I think you'll see, similar to, Street brought up Micah Parsons. Well, there's a guy on the other side of Micah, you know what I'm saying, that draws that attention, that over in Pittsburgh, Cam gets one-on-ones because there's TJ Watt. Alex Highsmith gets one-on-ones because there's TJ Watt. All these guys usually have a running mate. He doesn't have a running mate. I think once he does, I think he's going to be a lot better. I just expect the kid to be very good. He has all the intangibles. He's a long, rangy kid, good size. He doesn't just play on third downs. He can stop the run. He can rush the passer. There's not many weaknesses in his game. And so I expect him to come out and give people like the Dallas Cowboys hell week in and week out, and I don't expect him to win, because of the team aspect of it. But I do expect him to give him hell. I expect him to, have a couple quarterback hurries and hits on Dak Prescott, maybe even sack him, those types of things. But like I said, he needs a little help. I think this defense is a lot better than their statistics showed. I think they played a lot better. I think towards the end of the year they started to come together. Brian Daboll started to put an imprint on this team and make them his. And I think they're just going to get better under that leadership. And I think what he's trying to do is let them know that it starts with 5. I don't know. He's the spearhead. Everything will run through him the same way with the Jets. It runs through Quentin Williams. He has to be that level of player day in and day out. He has to draw those double teams and beat those double teams the way guys like TJ, Quentin, Micah, and those type of guys. And I personally think he's that level, high level player. I truly believe that.
I agree.
Crosby, if you want to throw him in there,
But Max doesn't get double teamed though.
Running mate. He has Chandler on the other side who draws those. You can't just double team both of them. So it's a give and take.
Right. You know what, Deuce? You said something that really made a whole lot of sense, bro. A running mate. You need that running mate, bro. And Kayvon do not have that. He has all the talent in the world. That dude is talented. He is really good. But he don't have the running mate. He has the defensive coordinator beyond. I mean, Wink Martindale, if you're going to look at his resume, I mean, this was Baltimore Ravens defensive coordinator. And we all know Baltimore Ravens is built on defense. But he don't have that running mate, like how you said with Hightower and everybody, all our teams, everybody got a running mate, and he don't have it. But I think I think Wink Martindale is trying to. I think he's trying to wake up that defense because he know what he's facing. You got an Eagles defense, Eagles offense that's going to be pretty good. Then you got the Cowboys that's going to be pretty good. Then I don't know with Washington, but what he's trying to, I think he's trying to wake up a beast. I think he's trying to wake him up, and that's it. Because that dude is a beast. He's look, man. If y'all go back and look at Kayvon Thibodeau and what he can do, bro. Like Dude said, man, that dude, he plays every snap, every down. He can stop the run. You can put him hell linebacker, defensive end, whatever he can play it. And I think Wink Martindale is trying to, I ain't gonna say hit the panic button, but he's trying to hit the alarm button to let him know, look, you need to wake up because we got contenders around us. And this is going in the Giants, like Dude said with Brian Daboll, they're going up. The Giants is actually going in the right direction. I know Street. I know y'all been smashing them, and I get that. I get that, but I don't know about this year. This is going to be a whole new Giants team that you're going to be facing this year. Now, I ain't going to say whether y'all going to win or lose, but I'm saying it's not going to be no walk in the park because the Giants are actually they're going in the right direction. But I think Wink Martindale, he see the direction and he's trying to wake his main guy up, which is smart. So I know Street. Go ahead, bro.
I will say this, host, to Street's credit. Looking at his stats against the Cowboys, and no sacks, one tackle against Philadelphia, no tackles.
Cut his board off.
No sacks. And then against Philly the second time, 4 tackles.
Yeah, see,
that's why Wink Martindale tackles, no sacks.
Yeah.
But once again, if I can put a tight end over there, put a running back to his side, and man up the entire other side of the protection, then it's easier to keep him down with those stats.
Yeah. And that's why Wink knows what Deuce, all the stats what Deuce just read off, Wink knows that. So Wink is like, listen, first of all, don't even worry about Philadelphia. Don't even worry about Philly. Philly, the Eagles is the dog. They the dog of the division. They the dog. You need to worry about the Cowboys. And Giants fans that know, I've said this before, you need to focus on the Cowboys first because the Cowboys is the team that's gonna. If you beat the Cowboys, it kind of open up something for y'all, but you just can't get past them. You got to worry about focus on the Cowboys. The Cowboys is in the Giants' way, and I think the Cowboy. I think like I said, with Wink Martindale, he's really trying to wake this guy up because he knows. Yes,
I think it's ironic that you said that because you say the Cowboys are in the Giants' way because they played them the first game Sunday night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In New York. So that might be the game that really sets them off.
There you go. That's it. It's a game.
They have lost the last 6 to them. I think the last 6 games, and so you can't beat division rivalry in 6 games. I mean. Yeah, that's the one that you got to get. Got
to get the Cowboys because it's level. Meek Mill, it's levels to it because you got the Redskins, the Commanders at the bottom, and then you got the Giants, the Cowboys, and the Eagles. Don't worry about the Eagles. The Eagles is too high powered. Leave them alone. Leave them alone for right now.
They can stay healthy.
There you go. You're in third place in that division right now as we speak. You're in third place, so you need to focus on the next step, which is the Cowboys. You got to focus on them.
Ain't gonna happen.
And the Cowboys is focusing on the Eagles. See what I'm saying? It's just a ladder. It's like a ladder. It's like a ladder, and then the Eagles is focused, of course, on the Super Bowl. But
Eagles focus. The Eagles focus on these boys. Don't let them fool you, host. They focus on
I don't know, Street. I don't know, bro. Hey, them Eagles, boy, they get new players every week, bro.
We added to our team. They took away a lot of their playmakers. They took away both of their starting coordinators. They weakened their roster. I really believe that. They got some rookies, but they're rookies. You know what I'm saying? We added a former defensive MVP in Gilmore. You know what I mean? We added the big boy in the middle. We added pieces. You know what I'm saying? So I like what we did.
So you did not say Gilmore Street.
Oh yes. Ron Gilmore, former defensive MVP, Super Bowl champion winning corner, man.
Still 15 years ago.
Top 10 corner in the league, easy.
I mean,
I know he better than any corner y'all got. That's for damn sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Any corner who has, sir?
Raiders.
No, sir.
Who better on y'all squad?
I'll take Nate Hobbs over him. I'll take my rookie out of
Nate
Maryland
Hobbs.
over
Oh
him.
God,
You ain't
yeah,
gonna
Nate
no
Hobbs.
rookie no more, Mark. You stop that, Mark.
Yeah.
Gilmore.
Yeah, there's this rookie that we drafted out of University of Maryland.
Come on, bro.
Dude who's been
Gilmore
playing
time is
all right,
over
man.
with those Street. You reach it a little
Rookie
bit.
Mark.
You
rookie.
reach it. You getting your time machine, Street. Gilmore, bro. Gilmore, come on, bro.
Hey, Street. With all due respect, my man. With all due respect, I'm gonna say it like this.
Check the stats.
There was a defense last year that had Stephon Gilmore on their team, and they surrendered the biggest comeback win in NFL history.
Dude, they had the offense.
Yeah,
I'm
the
just saying.
Vikings. The Vikings. Exactly.
Coach, man.
Yeah, he
A
got
coach
toasted by
loses
Justin
that
Jefferson.
Coach lost that
Yeah.
Coach lost that game, man. It
Nah,
wasn't.
man, come on, Street. You reached with Gilmore. I would be fine if you said Diggs, but
Dude, stand me up here, dude.
Host.
I agree with you, Street. I really do.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, it's a reason that they're ranked top 5 cornerback duos in the league right now.
Exactly.
You know, that's the reason it's the reason they signed him to lock down one of those sides. He's not as aggressive as Trayvon. He's the one that's gonna play technique. He's gonna stay there.
That's very true.
He's gonna make you put the ball where it needs to be. Trayvon,
That's
you
very
get him
true.
with a double move. He's super
That's very
aggressive.
true.
He wants to pick everything off, which is also his best attribute, but it's
Very
also
true.
his biggest weakness because he's so dang
Very true.
aggressive.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I got to agree with Street. I do think Stephon Gilmore is a bad man. I think he's still got something left in the tank, and I think it's going to be hell to play the offense against them. I really do.
That Parsons and Lawrence bearing down on your head.
I think if those boys can play a cover 1 type system and bring 5 at a time, it's going to be rough with DeMarcus and Micah Parsons. I really believe that.
I'm glad you said cover 1 because the cover 1 will save him from getting toasted. Now, technique, you are so right, Deuce. That dude got technique like it ain't nothing. Like he's very Darrelle Revis technical.
He's very sound. He's
just
sound
technical
football
sound, bro. Now, but again, I'm looking at age because wide receivers is running 4.2s now.
Yeah.
Can he keep up?
Yeah.
That's the
He
thing.
can't
Can he
cover
keep up?
You have to cover that long. When you got Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence bearing down on your head.
I agree. That's that complimentary football we talk about. You got to give a little to take a little. If my back end can give us 3 seconds to get there, if they can hold up for 3 seconds, we ought to be getting there. And when they can't hold up, we ought to be getting there. You know,
there you go.
I'm a former defensive lineman, so I truly believe in pass rush. I
the
believe
cover
that
1,
it starts there. You know, or even if it's a press cover 3 or whatever however you want to play it. I'm a big 1 high safety type of guy, as you can see. So
you
know,
man to man though, don't zone. It's a wrap.
You can play cover 3. You play cover 3.
Yeah, he play cover 3.
Looks like, man,
he had to cut off the middle of the field.
That's why you got 1 high safety. He plays in the middle.
My man, that's my man.
You got a
right
Mike
there,
who's going to play the Robert position.
There you go, Deuce. That's what I'm talking about. But hey, we gonna talk, Deuce. Deuce my defensive coordinator.
Street.
I get talking to
you my guy.
Bro. That's my man, bro.
Street, you sound just like my family in Washington. You know, all them Commanders fans. When they got Donovan McNabb a couple of years ago, they were so hyped. They was like, we got a former Pro Bowl quarterback that went to the Super Bowl. You sound just like them, Street. I hope it don't go that way for you. You sound just like them Commanders when they got Donovan McNabb, bro.
I don't know if Darius Slay and Bradbury are the best duo in the league at corner.
I can't agree with that.
I might go with Sauce
Bradbury's
DJ Reed over them two.
Yeah, Bradbury's good in the man coverage. He's great. Zone, not at all.
Sauce and I think I'll take Sauce and DJ Reed over those two.
Oh yeah, Sauce all day long. Oh yeah.
You gonna take Joey Porter Jr. and Mika Fitzpatrick over them?
Patrick Peterson
Mika
and Joey Porter Jr.
Mr. I got a walker, all right.
A walker.
Fitzpatrick, man, he get in your chest though. He's a hitter.
He played the game up here. He's gonna play a little safety for us because he can think the game better than a lot
he'll
of
tear your ass up.
He gonna go down the Charles Woodson route. I got you.
Yeah. That Monday night.
Hey, what's what greats do, right? You find ways to reinvent yourself.
You find ways. That is so true, bro. You find
Yep.
all kind of ways to
Yeah,
reinvent yourself.
and I remember,
And I
I
believe
remember
Gilmore
D'Angelo Hall
would.
tried that.
I believe Gilmore would with that defense streak, because you got a great defensive coordinator.
Look, he's
a
a
great defense coordinator.
He's an upgrade from our last corner, Brown, that just went out. You know, he's an upgrade.
Oh, Anthony Brown. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that.
And he wear like
but,
number 42.
yeah.
Man, I don't trust no corner that wear that.
Oh no, he wore number. What he wear? I can't remember.
Brown?
30. Number 30.
30? Okay.
Yeah, but Brown wore. But we got to get him out of there though. He was a solid corner, but he wasn't no Gilmore.
Evan Ingram versus Gilmore last year. Now what happened? You got toasted?
Gilmore was a bad team. Okay, that is not
Tight
the team.
end. He ain't supposed to be holding them no way.
But he had Gus Bradley. He was on a Gus Bradley's defense.
Man, the
He was
coach
on Gus Bradley.
last year.
But Gus Bradley is a 4-3 guy. So that kind of
Street.
that suit Gilmore.
Hold up, Street. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and say what it is, dog. The Colts is bad on offense. Their defense is all right, man. They had Shaq Leonard, DeForest Buckner.
Shaq was hurt.
Offense bad is only so long you gonna hold.
Shaq was hurt most of the year.
Yeah.
I'll give you that, but they still had DeForest Buckner.
Yeah, but once again,
I mean, but still using
double
Gus
team
Bradley's
to sit back
system.
one guy. Now
That's right.
our protection goes from inside out now on the tackle. You check inside and then you get outside, especially with
I
Q
agree.
being hurt. You know,
Yeah.
that's just.
I agree with Dukes though. You
You
always
watch
reinvent
what-
yourself.
Watch what he do this year with this pass rush, with a solid offense and give some balance.
He
Watch what
should.
he do.
He should. And Street, I'm with you. He should. Because one thing about Dan Quinn, he's gonna put his guys at the best position possible, in the right places possible. And his defense, he's a good defensive coordinator. So
Great.
hey,
Super Bowl.
again,
Oh.
the repeat what Duke said again. He's gonna. You always got to reinvent yourself, and I believe this is the year he could probably reinvent himself. I ain't gonna say he's gonna be top 10 shut down. No. I don't think he's trying to do that. I just think he's just trying to get enough to stop. I don't think he's trying to be the greatest or anything like that. But that dude right there, technical sound.
Interceptions this year.
Huh?
I say he lead our team in interceptions this year, Gilmore.
Why not? I ain't gonna disagree with you. Why not?
Because you're gonna have to throw at somebody. Is it gonna be Diggs or is it gonna be Philly? When you gonna throw
I
at?
agree. Yeah. Why not?
Y'all first two games will tell you, Street, if this signing was worth it.
Yeah, because you're
Week
playing
one,
Daniel
you got the
Jones first game.
Giants,
Yeah.
and then week 2 you got Aaron and the Jets. So
Oh damn.
we gonna see how good y'all is. Yeah.
We'll find out very soon.
Very soon now. Damn. Especially that second game. Oh Lord.
Hey, dudes, how the old song goes? Soon and very soon, right?
You might be going to see the King.
I can smell it too. Due to the game, I can smell it too, baby. I can smell it too. All right, man. Next and last one, man. We're gonna get here. Ooh. Something is pretty big, man. Ex-Vikings running back Dalvin Cook signs 1-year deal up to $8.6 million with the New York Jets. Another lengthy wait has ended, and another star has joined the Gotham Galaxy. Dalvin Cook and the New York Jets have agreed to terms on a 1-year deal worth up to $8.6 million. This is reported by NFL Network Ian Rappaport on Monday, furthering New York's grand aspirations for 2023 in the process. Cook, a 4-time Pro Bowl running back who was released by the Minnesota Vikings in June, began a visit with the Jets on July 28th after saying earlier in the day on Good Morning Football that the odds were pretty high and he was signed with the Jets. Much like the long-anticipated trade for quarterback Aaron Rodgers, the Jets' latest marquee addition took a bit longer to come into fruition, but Cook was finally landed in the Big Apple. The Jets have added their share of Rodgers and former Green Bay Packers teammates Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, and Billy Turner. And while Cook doesn't fall into that category, the new backfield mates are certainly familiar with each other after competing in the NFC North for the past 6 years. Though Cook, 28 years old, was a free agent for more than 2 months, he still provides the Jets with one of the top backs in the game. He ahead to Gotham with a string of 4 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons under his belt, and New York has not had a 1,000-yard rusher since Chris Ivory in 2015. The Jets thought they had a surefire 1,000-yard runner a season ago with the emergence of rookie Breece Hall, but the dynamic back season was stopped by an ACL tear. Suddenly, question mark in the Jets backfield could presumably be answered with one of the best tandems in the league if Cook and Hall, who was activated off the physically unable to participate list Tuesday, can team up at full speed and health. Streets. Boy. No. I don't even go street. Let me just go to the the Viking expert himself, man. Q-Dog, man, your boy. 6 years you had him. Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
He's going over to Gotham. What you think about this?
Well, first of all, I hate to see him go. I got 2 or 3 Cook jerseys. They're gonna be throwbacks now. But I really didn't I kind of understood what was going on with Cook. If you look at his history, he never played a full season. Yeah. So he has a somewhat of an injury prone label on him. He wanted $14 million. We put 7 on the table, and so he didn't take it. So we cut him in June, and we released him. And when he was out there, he was out there for a long time. Wasn't nobody pick him up. I think he had Miami zoomed in because that's where he's from. He's from Florida. And they put an offer on there, and he didn't like the offer. So I guess he didn't get the 14 that he wanted. So then after that, he kind of was still out there, and wasn't nobody really, just chomping at the bit trying to get him. And finally, he locked in on the Jets with they offering $1.3 million more than what we was offering. But I just felt like if he would have stayed there, he would have started. Now he's competing with someone, and with Bryce Hall, and to possibly he might be a backup. Yeah. And I understand his his way of thinking. He figured he could still be the man, But I think he'd be more better off on a run-based team, someone with elite receivers. I'm not elite receivers, but not so elite receivers that will depend on the run game. Maybe Chicago or someone like that he can be the man. Like once he was the man there before Kevin O'Connell took over, and his production in his carries went down to 43% when the other years it was 63% under Mike Zimmer because we was a run-first team. Now, he's there, and we know how Aaron Rodgers is. He likes to sling that ball all over the field. That's his thing. And I wish he would have stayed for that aspect only just to be a starter, just to be a bona fide starter from day one. Here and there, we don't know if he's going to be a starter. Possibly he'll be a backup. So, and then, he was there, and he was there, and we felt like he already knew the offense. He could have fell right in and been the start, wouldn't have been no problem. But the money that he wanted, once he was released, he never did get it. Nowhere. And so the reality just set in that, you're not the kind of back I know you're a good back, but you're not the kind of back that's wanted for that type of money. And so even though his ego still set in, I'm still gonna be the back somewhere else, and I'm gonna be dominant, this and that. We'll see. But congratulations to him. I'm happy for him. I'm gonna miss him, and best of luck to him.
Yeah, man. I know you're gonna miss him. Boy, good gracious. Streets.
Yeah. I heard what OG was saying, but I have to disagree with OG. I think his days of being the lead dog has passed him by. You know what I mean? Dalvin Cook got a lot of mileage on him, man. Like I always tell y'all, they run the hell out of him in high school, they run the hell out of him in college, and then they get him to the league and they run him some more. So in the last 4 years, the only running back that got more carries than him is Derrick Henry. So that just puts you in the
Facts.
you how many carries this brother has had.
He's a workhorse.
Yeah, he's not a big frame guy either. If you look at him, he's not a big frame guy. So I did a little pros and cons list, for this thing here. The pros I got is he coming in not wanting to be the lead dog. He don't mind splitting time with Breece Hall. So that's good. You know what I mean? He's willing to work with the young players, so that'll be good. I think it may stretch his career out a little bit longer. Taking some of the carry off of him. This no get $14 million. It just won't gonna happen. They haven't been giving back that this year. The most is $10 million. Tony Pollard signed a franchise tag for $10 million. The kid up in New York, same thing, $10 million. So he wasn't gonna get that $14 million anyway. But he got to the $10 million, which they've been giving out to the high quality backs this year. So the cons on him, man. He's old. He's getting up there. He's 28. That's not old, but in football years, when he's been taking those many carries, the usage rate is up there. And he's coming off of shoulder surgery. That's another thing. Like OG said, he's been known to be banged up and nicked up throughout his career. Coming off of shoulder surgery. Saying all that, I always liked the style of running. I always thought he was a cool runner. Just when he played the Cowboys, he just never showed up. What can I say, OG? But
so whatever, man. Don't nobody show up against Cowboys, huh? You done had some dominant games against the Cowboys. Now, come on now, don't act
Sorry, but another reason that I would is I would stay with the Vikings. I think the Vikings got a better offensive line than what the Jets got. You know what I mean? So the Jets' offensive line is not the best. It's the weakest part of their team, I believe. This year.
Very true. Very true. Street.
That up for him to have anything, but I think his career will be a lot better with Rodgers throwing the ball a lot, because they may open up some draws for him, some screen plays like that. Things I think he's good at. But we'll see. Man. We'll see. We'll see, my boys.
We'll see. Mr. President.
This is the right division, but the wrong team. I think this is not the best pickup the Jets could have made, in my humble opinion. I think they would have been better off getting Ezekiel Elliott instead of getting Dalvin Cook. And the reason I say that is because it's something the street brought up. The weak spot on this team is the offensive line.
Yes,
and when
sir.
the offensive line isn't the strongest part of the team, especially when you got a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, one way to make up for that is by having a running back that's incredibly good at pass protection.
Right.
Last year, out of 49 eligible running backs who had at least 100 pass blocking attempts, Dalvin Cook ranked 33rd out of 49 as far as pass protection goes. So if he can't pick up the blitz, if he can't chip that linebacker that's coming through, or the safety or the corner or whoever, to give Aaron Rodgers the extra time that he needs, is he really going to be that much of a benefit for Aaron Rodgers? The Jets already have a high-powered offense. They have a stable of good running backs. They have some good wide receivers and some good tight ends. I think, if anything, at this stage in the game, you want to add to Aaron Rodgers' protection plan, not necessarily give him another outlet to throw the ball to. So I think Dalvin would have been better off going to Buffalo and playing in that offense to showcase his skills. And I think Zeke would have been better off and utilized a lot better if he would have gone to the Jets instead of the Patriots. So right division, but wrong team, in my humble opinion.
I got a lot to say out here. The Deuce.
Yeah, I think it's a good pickup. Me personally, I think that Dalvin chose, just to piggyback off of OG. I think he chose there because, they only paid him a $1.3 million more, I think you said, but I think he has a better chance of winning a championship there than he does in Minnesota, and I think that has something to do with it. He's going to play with the best quarterback he's ever played with Aaron Rodgers. I just think it's going to be something new for him, and looking at his stats, around just about 300 yards receiving per year, around that number. Most he's had was 2019 was one of his best seasons. He had 519 receiving yards. I think that's where he's going to make his money at. I think he's going to be a big-time screen guy, passing out the backfield, and then I think he can still run in between the tackles. So yeah, I do agree with you, all of you about the Jets offensive line. I do think it's a work in process, a work in progress, but I think that with them having those elite level receivers, and I think they're built to pass block more than they are to run block. I think that it'll benefit them having Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, Garrett Wilson. I think it'll benefit him having all those guys, and when they do manage to cover all three of them, then you have this kid leaking out the backfield, and then you have other running backs like you said. So you have the Michael Carters, you have the Breece Halls that can take that those are younger guys that can take those carries. They can take those 3rd and 1s. You don't have to give to Dalvin, but you can bring Dalvin back in on 1st down, 1st and 10, and kind of just let him option route coming out of the backfield, those types of things. I think if you picked him up to be a pass protector, I think you picked him up for the wrong thing. Just to piggyback off of Mark, I think when Kyle Pitts, for example, was drafted, Cam Jordan said that he can't pass block. I think somebody came out and said if you picked him up to pass block, then you're the problem, because that's not what he's there to do. And so I think he's going to have a good season there. I expect him to have obviously a lower usage rate than he's had in Minnesota, but I think he's going to be a key part of this offense. I really do. So I think it's a good pickup. I do think Buffalo would have been a nice spot too, just because that's what Buffalo's missing. We talk about it all the time. They need a running back, but they need more of a bell cow. We've talked about they need a guy that can do the things that Josh Allen can do, but from the running back position. He needs to be a physical downhill runner like an Ezekiel Elliott or somebody like that who can get those, short yardage, those, 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 2s instead of running quarterback draws in those situations. So I think that Dalvin is going to succeed there. I really do, with, the relationship that Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel Hackett have, and then being on the same page, and similar to the way they used Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones caught a nice amount of passes out of the backfield when he was in Green Bay. And I think that's what they're going to try to do with Dalvin. And I just think they're trying to load up, and their attempt is to, if we're being honest, if they can score 21 to 28 points a game, they're going to be very, very hard to beat. And I think that's what they're doing. They're trying to get to a first one to 28, and I think that game might be over. You know what I'm saying? Because of they have a Super Bowl caliber defense. I think they were a Super Bowl caliber defense last year. And they just didn't have the offense to go with it. But now they have one of the baddest quarterbacks that we've seen play the game, and I think it's going to change things. I think Dalvin definitely he pushed him up just that more higher, in my opinion.
God damn. I tell you, Deuce took everything I was going to say, and he is absolutely right. I cannot agree with him even more, especially with the 21, 28 points. If they put up that much, that's pretty much a wrap. Their defense
it's going to be rough.
Yeah, it's going to be rough because their defense is pretty stout, man, led by Quinn Williams and Sauce.
They're good at every level. They're good at the front seven. They're good.
Quinn Williams,
linebacker,
C.J. Mosley, and then Sauce in the back.
Sauce and DJ. DJ is one of the fastest corners we have in this NFL. They're going to play a lot of man coverage, and they're going to come after you. They picked up Will McDonald out of Iowa State, who's an absolute freak. He's gonna give people fits. He's a long rangy guy, quick twitch guy. He can bend. He can run the hoop. It's gonna be rough. They got Solomon Thomas also in the middle, guys like that are gonna stop the run. And you got to double team, maybe even triple team Quinnen. It's a reason they gave Quinnen $96 million. He's a bad dude. He looks like a 13-year-old, but he's a bad dude. You know what I mean?
They call him Babyface.
Yeah, he's a 6'5", 6'6" bar soap. Yeah. And so, good luck trying to block that.
Oh boy, I tell you, Deuce hit all kind of grand slams and home runs and walk-offs and everything. I think like this, man, Dalvin Cook going to the Jets. This just shows that Aaron Rodgers is just a talent magnet. He's a talent magnet, bro. I don't believe. I believe he would stay in Minnesota if Aaron Rodgers was not there. Zach Wilson was there, but this goes to show Aaron Rodgers is the man. And this is, he He's going to bring talent to New York. To me, this is going to hurt Minnesota. It's going to hurt the Vikings. Don't get me wrong, Alexander Madison is a beast. But like Q said before, man, he's not a home run hitter. And I think that's what Minnesota's going to miss, because Minnesota always had a home run hitter. Always a home run hitter. We all know the great Adrian Peterson, one of the most home run hitters in history. So, I mean, it's going to hurt Minnesota in a way. My question is, can y'all put that? Do y'all think at the end of if Dalvin Cook's career, if he don't reach the Super Bowl, or if he don't win the Super Bowl, can you see one of those? He's going to be one of those guys, and I'm not talking about all-time leader, but he's going to be more like a Frank Gore to me. Am I right or am I wrong?
Nah, he's not Frank Gore.
No, you gonna be.
I don't think he got the longevity to bring Frank Gore.
Frank forever.
You gonna be a Frank Gore.
Okay.
Yeah, Frank's what, top 3 all time in yards?
Yeah, but he played, but his longevity got him.
Yeah.
His longevity.
Yeah.
Okay. So my next question is, and this, man, is my defensive partner Deuce, man. I'll tell you. And to everybody too. How now Dalvin Cook and Sojo just put it in the live chat here, catches the ball. Mm-hmm. Dalvin Cook is great in the backfield. He can catch the ball. He can catch that ball on a wheel route. Anything. He can catch out of the backfield and go. Deuce, now with that new weapon Aaron Rodgers have with a backfield like how he did with Aaron Jones, how do you defend that?
Yeah, it makes it that much harder, because, you can't load the box and defend the run. You kind of have to lean towards, playing for the pass. And then once you get caught on your heels, that's when the draws come. That's when the screens come. That's when, things of that nature come. So it's going to be hard to just match up the talent, on the other side of the field. Like I said, I named those receivers earlier. I'm not 100% sure who their tight end is. If they had a, crazy tight end, then it would probably get that much worse.
I got you.
I know they got a young kid named Chris Kuntz, I think is his name. He's a rookie. And I think he's going to get some PT. And, if they can, groom him, I think it's going to be that much worse. But to your point, it's going to be very hard to defend them. It's going to be very hard. And Aaron Rodgers still has the ability to use his legs, so there's one more factor that you have to factor in. Yes, you may flush him out the pocket, but he's one of the best, if not the best, we've seen rolling to his right side and putting the ball down the field and still throwing that ball accurately. And like I said, I think that's the difference between, him staying in Minnesota playing with Kirk and then being able to go play with Aaron Rodgers. I came on here last week and, talking about how I thought Kirk was a lot better than I had given him credit for before, but that don't make him Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? Like the certain passes that Aaron Rodgers is able to make, there's not many people on the planet that can make those throws. And I think that's the difference. I think that Dalvin truly knows that, if my time is coming up, if these are my last deals, this one, maybe one more, let me fight to get that jewelry. Let me fight to get a championship. And I think New York is the place to go and do that. They're trying to win right now. They're not playing for 3-4 years down the line. It's win now, win next year, and then we'll figure it out. So I think that's where Dalvin's head's at.
If they go to a West Coast type offense, they can actually run this thing like how the Rams did with Marshall Faulk and how the 49ers did back in the 80s with Roger Craig. I mean, they can boy with Dalvin, because Dalvin's pretty decent. If I was playing against the Jets, I'll go 4-3 with a spot, and like you said, have Ted.
I think they got too many receivers, man.
Say something real quick.
Yes, sir.
Too many receivers for you to have 3 linebackers, because if you put Garrett Wilson in the inside, who's gonna cover him?
Somebody got to play the flat.
It's gonna be rough.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, bro. It's gonna be tough. A 4-3 if a 4-3, I got you, Q. If 4-3 wouldn't do you like that, man, bro, like you in the world of trouble, because 4-3 is kind of like a you know, you got your linebacker setback, you know, Sam and Mike and all that. Mike ain't gonna do nothing. Mike can't do nothing. But Sam's, them Sam's gonna have to work, right, Deuce? Them Sam's gonna have to work, play that flat.
I think the NFL is going to a 4-2-5.
Or 5-2
base defense.
There you go.
Your two linebackers have to be able to cover. They have to be able to run stop. They have to be, Ryan Shazier like. There's a guy in Arizona named last name Buchanan. He was number 20. Guys like that who can stop the run, but they have to be able to cover. Isaiah Simmons, guys like that who can just play both inside. Nice. Micah Parsons, for example, he was one of those guys who was a Mike linebacker, and now he's a pass rusher, but being able to be versatile.
He's a Sam now.
Yeah, he's a defensive end. I hate the outside linebacker term like they give Kayvon Thibodeau. The boy's a defensive end.
Yeah, come on with it, Q.
I always say, being a big Minnesota Viking fan, the worst thing we ever did that messed our team up, we should have stayed outdoors. We should never built an indoor stadium. That wasn't us. We was known for being in the black and blue division. I mean, that was our thing, to be outdoors and be tough. Dalvin Cook, playing for the Vikings and playing in an indoor stadium, he's built on speed. Our team don't play that good on grass. You can tell the difference. Well, I can tell the difference because I know my team, that we are a tad bit slower on grass than we are indoors. So you'll see the difference in Dalvin Cook once he played on that grass, an outdoor stadium, that he played on an indoor stadium. He'll be a tad bit faster on indoor because he's built on speed. That's where he comes from. Mm-hmm. So I just want to throw that in there because that is a part of his game.
And I agree with you because when y'all played Carolina, man, he was tearing them up. Them feet were just like he went on grass in Charlotte when they played Carolina. The Vikings did, man. He was gone. He was gone. So I agree with you on that, Q.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what you got. That's
it. I was just saying that, because I just hate, that's the biggest thing I got to knock on my team besides the Laser Frazier, Adrian Peterson thing. I know Mark up there grinning.
I was about to use that against you too.
Yeah, I swear, boy. My boy be the leading rusher here today. But that thing that we shouldn't have never built those two indoor stadiums. We should have stayed outside. That was our thing that we messed up at, and it still come to haunt us to the day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're built on speed, and I don't typically like that. I like how we was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Black and blue, outdoor in the cold. You take a team like San Diego, Miami, or something like that. They gotta have a bad day coming to Minnesota at 9-degree wind. So
you can throw Vegas in there too, OG. You can throw them in there.
Any warm weather team, yeah, Cowboys and all that, and I think him being there for those 6 years, speed. He's a home run hitter. Bam, bam, bam. That's what he is. He's not really a power back, but if that hole is right, bam, he gonna hit it. He gonna be gone. But cold weather, grass, that's something that he might have to get used to when it starts to hit about November. That might slow him down a little taste because that's not what he used to, So that might affect his game a little bit.
We're gonna see, man.
We'll see. You just have to keep an eye on him.
I'll tell you, you got to keep an eye on him, man. And the world, trust me, the world is gonna be looking at the new New York Jets. I am, because man, that talent up and down that roster is just insane. And I ain't gonna say I'm a Jets fan, but I'm just excited to see what they can do now. Now that they have all the chips on the table, let's see what they can do. So I can't.
The way we're talking, like we're crowning them Super Bowl champs.
Oh hell no.
I mean, the way we're talking, in a sense, but we got to look at that division is tough itself, and the AFC is, you know what I'm saying, with Kansas City, and but so we can't just crown them yet, we can't do the Dennis Green on them, so we just gotta, the roster look good, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, we'll see with all that talent, can they put it into the mix of the regular season, because we all know the regular season and the preseason is totally different now. It's either win or go home. So we'll see, man. All right, man. We're at the end of the show. End of the show here. Let's go, man. We got it. Due to the game, vacated the NFL trivia title. So there will be a new champion today. It will be a new champion today. And ladies and gentlemen, none of these guys know who's gonna face who. So none of these guys know. So let's build some anticipation. Today's NFL trivia for the vacant Real Sports NFL trivia title will be on the process of elimination. Let me get out of here first.
Whoa! All right, come on.
All right, baby. All right. We got Young Mark and Q Dog, and why not with these two? And to go on the tail of the tape here, man, Young Mark is the longest reigning NFL trivia champion, and Q Dog has scored the most points in NFL trivia. So why not put these two of the most decorated NFL trivia guys on the Real Sports Podcast to determine who will be the new Real Sports NFL trivia title. Excuse me. Oh boy, here we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here we go. Philly G said, I knew it. Oh man. So Mark, do you stand up or hit your say?
I'm good.
Speech? Oh damn.
I never beat Q Dog when I was standing up, so I'm going with the formula that works. The dudes put that football up. The dudes put that football up.
You have Big Al. This is just Franco the football. I mean,
hey man. Hey, I gotta keep my eyes closed.
Franco the football. I'm about to hashtag that, bro. Franco the football. Oh man. All right, man. Again, we got NFL Trivia Day between two of the most decorated NFL trivia guys right here, man. We got the longest reigning champ, Young Mark, and the dog, Q Dog, man. Two historians, man. Two historians of football, too, might as well. So, by that being said, man, let's go to Howard Finkel for the announcement.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Real 2 Sports NFL Trivia Championship.
Man, former champ, Deuce, who you got here? You got old Eric or you got Q Dog?
This is really tough, man. The last time I was champ, last time I competed to be the undisputed champ, Q Dog knocked me out and he took both belts. And then I got my favorite sparring partner and young Eric up there. So I respect both of these gentlemen. There's not many, football minds other than like Wall Street hosts and the guys that are on this show that I respect more than those two dudes. But I think I'm gonna rock with the young buck, man. I'm gonna rock with the year 1997. I'm gonna roll with the new school, and I'm gonna rock with my boy Young Mark.
97. That man's good years, boy. 97. Good years, man. All right, Street, NBA trivia champ, Street.
Yeah,
former champion, you're all right. Who you got there?
I'm going to have to leave my presidential partner. I'm going to have to leave him this time. But this man took me to his house and fed me food.
Yes, sir.
I tell news, so I'm gonna stick with the OG. I'm gonna pull this one out. I was up there, man. I really appreciate it, OG. So I'm
Yes,
Ain't
sir,
no problem. Anytime, baby. Anytime. The door's always open.
boy, we
Doors
ate good as a
always
boy.
open. Oh, y'all.
Boy, we ate good as a boy that day, bro.
Yes,
Good
sir.
Lord.
Well, nothing but Cowboy fans. I was in Cowboy.
Oh, they got
Oh,
Nothing but.
it's a Cowboy hood, man.
It was a backyard full of Cowboy fans. Most of all, a backyard full of Hall of Famers, boy.
Oh,
Hall of Famers right there, boy. All right, man. Look like we got one for Mark and one for Q. So, here we go, man. Here we go. 7 questions. We asked, man, whoever hit the most out of these 7 will walk away as new Real Sports NFL Trivia champion. We don't have a champion, so a question is who's gonna go first here? I'm just gonna ask a question. I don't have it typed up or anything like that, so I'm gonna ask, who is a 2021 number 1 draft pick in the NFL? 2021.
Can we both answer it, or how are we doing it?
I both answer. Anybody? Anybody?
Trevor Lawrence.
Yep. Okay.
Trevor Lawrence it is. Trevor Lawrence it is. Mark goes first. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. All right, Mr. President, here we go. Oh, damn. Okay. What 2 players share the most sacks in a single season? The single season record. What 2 players share that record?
There's some controversy behind this one, boy. Because I know who I believe holds the record, but I don't think his got recognized over some politics. I want to say Mike Strahan and I believe his last name was Gastineau from the Jets.
No. Q-Dog.
I think that might be. I'm thinking of Michael Strahan and T.J. Watt.
Michael Strahan, T.J. Watt it is.
Wait, I thought it didn't count TJ.
You better know it. Come on,
I thought TJ didn't count.
Yeah.
22 and a half.
No, I'm thinking wrong. TJ actually broke it, but they didn't count it because it was my bad. You're right.
Yes, 22 and a half for both of them.
Of course, the first question I get wrong and
Show that football again, Deuce.
I picked him. I'm about to put the football under the bed or something.
The dog is on the board. All right, Mark. That was stolen by the dog. He's a hard now. What is Boomer Esiason's real first name? He's a hard
Question.
host. Host is throwing him out, boy.
he is. I can tell you everything about him except that.
I know you know what school.
I can tell you where he went to school. I can tell you what round he was drafted in. I can tell you, I can tell you what year he was drafted. I can tell you all the teams he played for.
He's in the story.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say James.
No. Q.
I believe his first real name is Norman.
Norman it is. Norman Julius Esiason. Dang. Norman Julius Esiason. Live chat here. Oh, damn. Philly G said, give me the Vikings. This is why I picked OG. All right, Mark. Here we go. Here we go.
You can do this.
Here we go now. What year did Boomer Esiason win the NFL MVP? Host.
I want to say 1988.
Yes, sir. Young Mark is on the board. 1988 it is.
Go Terps, baby.
1988. All right, Q-Dope. How long was the longest completed pass ever thrown in the NFL?
I think that would be 99 yards.
99 yards it is for the dog. I don't put a question on it. 99 years for the dog. And the dog is on fire here.
What's up?
He's on fire. All right, Mark. It's 3 to go. You got to get these 3. Make this thing what it is now. Here we go. What nickname, Mark, was given to the Carolina Panthers running back tandem of D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart in 2009?
I don't think I know this one. Nobody really pays attention to the Panthers.
Facts.
Damn. And they both was power backs.
All right, give me something.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say Thunder and Thunder.
No.
Okay.
No. Q.
I think I might be wrong. I think they call them Double Trouble.
Double trouble it is. Double trouble it is. It is. Oh man, Mark. Oh, you remember on the Bojangles box? Double trouble.
Hey man. I was more focused on what was happening out west. You know what I mean?
I feel you. Q, you gonna let him go?
No, let's keep rolling.
Come on,
I'm
Mark.
right in here.
You thought I was gonna bow out? I ain't. No.
That whole thing there, I ain't saying that. No, hey, I'm innocent on this.
Let's go, Mark. Let's go. What does OJ stand for in OJ Simpson's name?
Orenthal James Simpson.
Let's go, Mark. Let's go.
Shout out to Ice Cube. Cube. I know that because of Cube.
Let's go. All right. All bragging rights here. Well, it's pretty much over, but all right, Q-Dog. What quarterback has thrown the most interceptions in NFL history?
Oh, I think that would be Brett Favre.
It will be Brett. It will be the Brett. It will be the Brett Favre. Well, sir. All said and done here. Looks like, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new, for the 4th time. The 4th time, man, we have a new NFL trivia champion. And he is the dog.
OG. Hey!
No.
Yes, sir.
Good job, Q-Dog.
Appreciate you, Mark.
I ain't gonna comment on the real reason why I had not one of my best showings today, but
Oh Lord, give it to me. Go on, give it to me. I ain't had it. Give it to me.
it ain't you. It ain't you. I was cursed from the jump. As soon as the intro was done, I was cursed. Yes, because a certain somebody brought out a football signed by the worst play in NFL history, and features a number that I hate with every part of my being. Ah,
I ain't do
Okay.
nothing.
it hit the
You said
ground,
Deuce
man.
messed you up.
I came on here to share how God had been blessing me, Mark. You gonna tell me I did that? No, I'm just letting
The
you know what
immaculate
happened to me this week.
deception. He ended my favorite quarterback's Raider career. Oh Lord.
It's been a very bad year.
Once again, it's still a great day to beat Deuce. I was rooting for you though, brother. I really was.
Oh man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You won't, but I appreciate it.
Q-Dog now has the most NFL trivia titles. He's a 4-time champion now. And he is tied with Streets, who is the current NBA trivia title champion.
Hold it down.
No.
He has 4. He has 4. 4, man. Oh, my bad, Q-Dog. Let me. The dog. He's the man.
The dog. Yeah.
4 times.
That's all.
Fourth, and he is the best record now. Q-Dog has the best record now. Mark still has the most wins. But the dog in Wall Street, most titles, man. Again, most NBA trivia titles is by Wall Street, who's the current champion with 4. And now Q-Dog has the most NFL trivia titles. He's the current champ now with 4. So that is, man. It's all there, man. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our show for today, man. As always, we want to thank you for watching another episode of the Real to Sports Talk Show, man. Please, I cannot emphasize this a lot. I can't say this a lot, man. Please hit that thumbs up for us. It does the show great, and the channel great way, man. So we appreciate you guys, man, supporting us, man. Hit that thumbs up, though. That is the biggest thing you can do for us. Is hit that thumbs up for us. It supports the show and the channel. Hit that thumbs up for us, man. And we appreciate all that. And if you're watching for the very first time, man, you hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for all notifications, because you belong right here, man, with us as your number one YouTube entertainment show, the Real to Sports Podcast. All right, man. Deuce. Where's Franco the football? What you got for us, Deuce?
Hey, man, just like we say every week, we appreciate everybody who comes in and just shares your Saturday with us, man. We know you could be anywhere else doing whatever else, but you decided to spend it with us, and we're grateful. We appreciate y'all. Let everybody know, man, what's going on here. I'm telling you, next week starts HBCU football. I'm about to get into it. It's about to be a lot, and then the NFL's back. College football's back. We're about to be rolling. You think me and Mark have argued before? You ain't seen nothing yet. So if you want to see it, come on back. Come see OG and the Wall Street keep knocking people out in trivia, or if I get in the ring, maybe I'll take the title from him. We don't know. You got to come back and see. We appreciate y'all and all the support.
No doubt, man. And again, man, I'm glad you said that, because HBCU is coming back, man. And if you guys want a lot more HBCU coverage, I'm telling you, Deuce is the man to watch. And you can catch him every Saturday on the Real Sports Podcast. And he will faithfully bring that to you, man. All right, man, come on back. We want you guys to come on back next Tuesday, man. We got sports to talk about, man. We got, of course, more NFL and NBA news. And we will have an NBA. Yeah, we will have an NBA Trivia Showdown, man. We will have an NBA Trivia Showdown as the Real Sports NBA Trivia Champion, Wall Street. He puts his title on the line against Philly G. Philly G, man. So Wall Street in Philly G, we have an NFC East battle, man, between those two, man, right here on the Real to Sports Podcast. Tuesday. Sports Talk About Tuesday at 7 p.m. Again, right here on the Real Sports Podcast. We're going to get on up out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure. It is a pleasure. Young Eric. The Deuce. The Deuce, baby. Champ. Wall Street. Yes, sir. Right. Yes, sir. We see you Tuesday, Streets. Get ready.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. And the new champ, the OG, the legend. Q-Dog. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, Tuesday, 7 p.m. We want your asses there, live on YouTube. And until then, everybody, be safe and stay safe. We out.